Okay, I think I'm live. Live on stream and recording. All right, well. Intercom looks pretty good. Visually, at least, I think. Agent reports. I'm not seeing the automation here. Okay, so because it's conversations, we're looking at all conversations. Here's a conversation. And then there's the details, assignee, team inbox, there's links, tracker ticket, back office ticket, side conversations. Yeah, okay. So that's views, messenger. This one we're looking at a message because this is messages. It's not like support tickets. So I guess in theirs, in a similar situation, they still need to know, hey, you need to respond. And theirs doesn't look like it does that well, to be honest. So their home looks like an inbox. They've got to get started. Here's management, knowledge reports, outbound, contacts, profile setup, switching to dark mode. Okay. Yeah, intercom might need my service here that I'm designing. Let's take a look at what we're looking at here. So onboarding dashboard. So looking at the dashboard, it looks like we have a couple different areas. There's a get started that's defaulted there. And then there's these areas to navigate, which I'm assuming are views, customers. Yeah, it looks like customers. Organizations, explore, guide, gather, chat. I assume that's a chat icon. Cell, admin center. Look, this one has a thumbs up. This doesn't. I did say chat. Okay, so visualize data, no. I mean, I do think that is important, is seeing the overall reports. But I almost feel like that's associated tickets. Okay, so competitively, I think we're good. I think we can start drawing and start figuring this out. Now, I will be using my handy dandy iPad. Yeah, I use this program called Notability. Now, obviously, you guys aren't going to be able to see this. So what am I calling this? What are you calling it? Kixie Design. exercise. Okay, so for this exercise, oh, I see Rob B is in the chat. I got this design exercise for a job, and so I am working on it. Now I'll tell you the prompt, just in case you're interested. It is, and this is copy pasted. Don't judge my English here. A fictional support operations platform notifies agents. I'm going to assume that means that notifies agents when automated workflows fail. These alerts are frequently ignored because they are unclear, overwhelming, and not actionable. Design an alert center that helps agents assess urgency, understand the problem, and take the right step. So from there, I've broken that out a little bit and said into the old documentation. So who has the problem? Well, first off, customers reaching out to support that are not getting support, so if automation fails. And then it's the agents that need to take action when the automation fails. What is the nature of the problem? Why is it a problem worth solving? Well, the problem is notifications are being ignored by agents. And this is a problem because customers are not getting the support they need. And where does this problem arise? The support management system when automation fails. Some predispositions. So what do we know? Notifications are being missed. What do we not know? Why do automation workflows fail? Like, we don't actually know why that's happening. Secondly, what kind of next steps do agents have to take? What are our assumptions about the users? Agents are ignoring notifications because they are unclear, overwhelming, and not actionable, which was pulled from the prompt. And then what are our assumptions about the features? So there are automated workflows that can fail. And an alert center will help assess urgency, understand the problem, and take the right next steps. Also based on the prompt. That's an assumed solution. Since then, I've been looking at a couple of references. So Zendesk. Actually, let me write these down here. And I'll add the research later. Zendesk. Intercom. What else did we look at? We looked at Salesforce. And similar, kind of a parallel industry, I looked at Jira for project management. Because it's kind of, though it's not tickets per se, it's still got tracking of work, and it's got stories, and it's kind of similar in that field. So those are some of the ones I looked at. I looked at them at Mobbin. I'll transfer the some of the screenshots over later. And ultimately, this is what I have for a user journey. A customer requests support. A support ticket is created. The automation starts. Or at some point, there's human support needed. The automation may end up at that point. But there is the potential that the automation fails and then human support is needed. So agents are notified, and then an agent helps with the ticket. So that's the journey. Major problem is between here. Here, let me put like a... So maybe between here. So human support is needed, agents are notified. That's where our problem area is that we need to solve for currently, based on this situation. To be honest, I think there's opportunity here to understand why the automation is failing, but I do think I'll have a way to I'll secretly put in a way to remedy that, and maybe that will go into the backlog for the future. But looking at how this IA for this customer service app, right? They didn't give me anything to start with. There'll be a dashboard so that you can see your unassigned, just generally unassigned tickets and my tickets. You'll see tickets. There's a ticket section, basically almost like looking at all issues in Jira, right, you can see a ticket which has these fields and then maybe some reports associated. And I'm not sure if reports should be its own section or not, but the reports are still associated with the tickets. Maybe. Still TBD on that one. Maybe this is reports is a higher level section. I think generally it usually is, so I might move it up there. There's also manage automation, so that's kind of where you would go to remedy this. And also, if you notice in the ticket section, there is a journey. Where are you? Automation section. So I'm thinking that should show which automation flow it was on, which step it failed on, and that way you can maybe, if you see a lot of them are, messing up there, you can go to you can take that step and manage the automation and fix it, right? Assuming this person's like an admin, it really depends on the level of support agent too, because that's a big one too. Because now I don't imagine all support agents have access to updating manage automation. Then also with the profile, you've got, that's where you manage the application. You may sign out, you may update your name, stuff like that. It's kind of in everything. Your authentication preferences. And that's what we've got so far. So the next step being to draw some UI here. It's going to be desktop. I feel like this can be done on mobile, but I feel like it's common practice for desktop. Most customer service agents are using a desktop to handle this. So now I will be working on that. I'm going to be using Notability. And I'm not quite sure how to share this to a PC, but that's where I'm at. So maybe I'll just periodically hold it and upload it. I can share like a link and pull it up. Let me see. So I'm writing test. Let's say share options. There's a publish to gallery. There's also a share link. So let me create a link. I'm going to email it to myself. So let's see if this works. I don't know if you get like a bunch of share links for this. Okay, all right. This would be cool if this works. Let's see. I don't know how fast the real time is, but man, that'll be great. Okay, I erased that a while ago. So do I need to update? Oh, you do need to update. And is this going to pull the update? Or do I have to refresh? Yeah, I have to refresh. Okay, not great. Unfortunately, I thought it was going to do... If it did live, that'd be good. Which I assume I can use FigJam, but I generally just like this product so much better. I get so much lag with FigJam. Okay, so... Anyway, let's look at some of the common UI. So we're seeing a lot of side nav situation.